Hi everyone, welcome back to Unreal. In this video, I will show you how to create a pile of random scattered objects like a heap of scrap metal without using any plugins at all. First, let's create a simple mat floor using modeling tools in Unreal Engine. I also increase the mesh density using the mesh that will make it easier to paint vertex colors later. I'm using a 99 displacement material here. The link is available on my Gumroad. You can support me by getting it there. Thank you so much. Now, let's go back and adjust the UV scale a bit. After that, I will start painting with vertex colors to add some variation and detail to the surface. After that, make sure to enable 99 for the mesh. It gives really nice detail and surface depth, making the ground look much more realistic. Shape levels, make sure everything is safe. Next, you will want to check the collision of your object to make sure it's working properly before we start simulating. You can quickly do that by pressing Alt-C to visualize the collision mesh. If your mesh doesn't have collision yet, you can simply use auto-convex collision, then apply the result. That should work just fine for this kind of setup. We also need to check collision on the floor as well, just make sure nothing falls through during the simulation. Now, let's move on and start the setup. First, we will duplicate our object to have a few more pieces to work with. In the detail panel, find the option Simulate Physics and turn it on. Then let's see what happens. Now, let's tweak a few settings. I will set the mass to around 20 kilograms. Toss it really depends on the object. Then set linear damping to 0.8 and angular damping to 2. Make sure enable gravity is checked. After that, hit play again to see the results. Look pretty good. You can also click on the object to interact with it or adjust its position if needed. Look pretty good. To save the simulated state, just press the K key on the keyboard and you keep the object exactly as it was during the simulation. After that, don't forget to turn off physics simulation. And that's it. Now we have a natural scatter setup that's super easy to create. Let's go ahead and repeat the process one more time together, just to make sure everything is clear. Here are a common issue you might run into. Sometimes physics simulation won't activate. If that happens, open the static mat editor and check whether the collision is enabled. It has to be turned on, otherwise the simulation simply won't work. The second case is when multiple objects overlap each other collision. When you simulate, they will collide and bound up very strongly. So it's best to avoid overlapping collision before running the simulation. I've just copied the scene object from the sample level and tried simulating over 1,000 objects. First, I create the blocking volume to limit the simulation area, then run the sim. And the result turned out amazing. You can make a few adjustments afterwards, then press K again to save the new state. Just remember to turn off physics once you are done. And that's it for today's tutorials. I hope this helps you create more natural and dynamic scenes using only Unreal built-in tools. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share to support the channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next ones. Bye bye.